Fox, and I'm Head of Client Relations at Vital Briefing in Luxembourg, and I'm here today at the EFPA Finance Forum. And I'm sitting with Amélie Woltrager, who is the Senior Associate at Arendt Medernach. So Amélie, welcome.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Okay, so when we listened to Claude Marx and his keynote speech at the beginning of this forum, he mentioned that sustainability, it hasn't gone away, but it may have changed slightly. Now, you've just come off a panel called the SFDR Evolution, What Will Change? So can you just tell me in a few words what will change and what did you gain from the panel there?
Yeah, I think thank you very much for raising the point. And I think that Claude Marx is perfectly right. We've seen a fatigue, in the market the last years on changes to the regulations and further requests from the regulators and an interpretation from the market on a topic that is not new, of course, but for which we had to all educate ourselves. And I think that with the new draft proposal, what is interesting is that it reflects comments and the queries, issues that financial market participants have experienced over the last 5 years, and making sure that their queries are addressed. Investors are listened to, the financial market players to have a say. What's the next regime? What we need to do, and for that we see that there's a regain of interest, from asset managers, investors, and service providers in this respect.
Okay. And so you said there, what do we do? So I think that was a question that was asked at the end by Dr. Jean Elia from Sogilife. So what 3 concrete tips would you say to people to prepare for SFDR number 2?
So I would say first that it's the right momentum to reflect and reopen discussions on this topic. That started, a few years ago. First, because it's a draft proposal, so it's still the right time to raise our voice. Make sure that our message is and everyone's message is heard in terms of benefits and also issues that we see in terms of implementation of the regulation from an investor's perspective, but also from an investment perspective in terms of comparability of financial products, availability of data, depending on the investment strategy that is followed by the financial product, and reflecting as well on the issues that we've seen. What are the achievements that we've done? Right. Whether an investor liked it or not, whether they requested the redemption of their shares or not, right. Whether there were, additional investment from investors and interest in that. And last point I would say is keeping in mind that it's a transparency requirement. We need to disclose, and financial products and financial market participants need to disclose how sustainability, and if sustainability is taken into account, integrated in the investment strategy that is pursued. It's not a question of compliance, saying yes, no, ticking the box, and at the end of the day doing nothing. Because we'll have an issue with commitments towards investors and other actors in the market.
Brilliant. I think that's good. I think that gives people who couldn't make it here today an idea of what you spoke about. So is this your first time at the EFPA Finance Forum?
So I've had the chance to speak at the last EFPA conference. So that's not the first time, and I was also attending, in the room. And I think it's always a nice moment to see people again, exchange on different topics, reconnect, but also, change our mind, because sometimes we come from another background with a particular idea in mind, and then when we have a chat, we see things differently.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much too.